Not having an individual name, the statue is simply called Blurry 682 and is one of a series of statues of maidens dedicated to Athena on the Acropolis in the 6th century. She is carved in the round, meaning people could walk around and see her from the back as well, hence it is more finished than on earlier examples of statues which are believed to have been intended only to be viewed from the front. The Persian War. The Persian War occurred between 490 to 469 BC. During this time, the Persians ransacked Greece and vandalized it. The Corée standing on the Acropolis were damaged in 480 BC and the decision was made to bury them together, as if in a common grave, rather than restore the statues so that the actions of the Persians were not forgotten. The statues were later excavated in 1886. Although Blurry 682 was found in several fragments, she was mended back together and found to be almost completely preserved, missing only her left hand, right forearm and some drapery on the left side. The surface was very well preserved, including the paint. Her hair, lips, eyes and the pattern of the embroidered hem was painted. Male flesh was usually painted brown, whereas female flesh was left the white of the marble. The paint would have made the statue seem much more lively than the faded version we see now. Here is a representation of how she might have looked. She is believed to have been sculpted somewhere between 525 and 500 BC out of marble. She is made in the late Archaic style and is one of the last examples of Archaic Attic sculpture. Amongst the other Corée dedicated on the Acropolis, she is one of the larger ones, however still within the realm of human scale at a height of 1.82 meters including the plinth. She is also one of the oddest. Starting with the head, her hair is amongst the most intricate in design and carving out of all the Corée. She has long hair which descends either in radiating tresses or looped behind the diadem. The ringlets of the front tresses of the hair were carved separately and added on. Aside from the diadem, she is also wearing earrings giving her a more dainty and elegant impression. Personally, I find the face quite strange. She has an archaic smile which lends to her expression seeming very smug. The eyes are skewed and the chin has been undercut. However, despite the weird qualities of it, I don't dislike the face. Unlike previous statues which seemed to have little in the way of individual features and facial expressions, Blurry 682 face is certainly unique and instantly recognizable. It captures the viewer's eye more than the almost mechanical folds of drapery. Although sculptors at the time were experimenting with ways of diversifying the surface of the drapery, suggesting folds with incised wavy lines or carved grooves, and the drapery seems softer than previous examples. It still seems quite unnatural to me. The lines of the folds go almost straight down. She is wearing a himation, a square of woolen cloth as a cloak to be worn in cold weather. The heavy vertical folds of the cloak, which is slung diagonally across the upper body making a curve from the right shoulder, across the breast and under the left arm, answer the folds of the softer chateau across the legs in a perfect contrast. Her left arm is pulling the skirt, tightly drawn around her legs to reveal more of the form. Indeed, her figure is both revealed and veiled by the drapery, as it suggests the curves of her body whilst also concealing them. As you may have noticed from the restored version, her right arm would have been raised forward with an offering to Athena. She is also stepping forward slightly. On her feet are simple leathered sandals with nailed soles. Overall, whilst I liked the extensive attention to intricate detail, in my opinion I believe the sculptor should have focused more on the overall anatomy of her figure rather than on the drapery. No amount of well-rendered drapery will hide how long and disproportionate her neck is.